All right, Mod and Pop Thrift folks, let's get into some what solds. First, we have these two CDs that I picked up for 50 cents for the pair. They sold for $4.90, and for whatever reason, they're first class. The buyer paid $8 and something for shipping, and it was first class. And it's not like it's going super far. I'm in Illinois. It's going to Minnesota, so I could for $8 I could put them in a priority flat rate envelope, and not have to pay as much as the person paid for shipping. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll have to look into it. But and then we have these two CDs that I paid $1 a piece for. They're a 1 and 2 of a Guns N' Roses like greatest hits collection, as far as I'm aware, and they sold for $12.90 free shipping, but they'll ship media. The other two, the blank media stuff, anything that's like blank VHS tapes, blank cassette tapes, blank CDRs, that kind of stuff, you're not supposed to ship media. I suspect a lot of people do. I don't, especially if it'll go first class, because it's like $1 or $1.50 difference. But so they're more expensive to ship. Just keep that in mind when you're sourcing. I have had this Muppet Babies VHS tape around for a long while. Finally sold for $9.99 over the weekend, and I wonder if maybe the Muppets showing up on Disney Plus had something to do with that. But I kind of like I would have Muppet Babies, the new version of Muppet Babies, has been on there for a long time, so I don't know if maybe I don't know. Anyway, it sold for $9.99 free shipping. I paid $1 for it. All right, so next up is this lot of Super Nintendo games. They sold for $20 free shipping, and the games are worth $4 a piece, but that makes them not worth listing together, and listing individually, and I've had them listed forever. So, $19.99 free shipping makes it worth my time to put them in a box, and then nothing spectacular here. This Carhart breast cancer hat, you guys saw me pick it up like 2 or 3 days ago. For I want to say it was $1.99. It might have been like $2.49. Sold for $12.99. No, $14.99 plus shipping. It sold in a couple of days. I like picking up hats because they're super easy to list, and for the most part they sell pretty quick. But I do have like 60 plus hats in my store, so not all of them sell real quick, or else they would have moved by now and I wouldn't have that many listed. But I like to do hats. They're super easy. They store super easy. They sell eventually, at least eventually. A lot of them sell pretty quick. So if you find hats for $1, even if they're not like cool vintage snapbacks or Mitchell and Ness Bulls hats, find hats that you think someone will relate to, and for $1, normally I sell hats. The lowest I have to sell a hat for is $12.99 free shipping, and then you're making like $7 on your $1 investment. This is Fubu Jersey that I found for, I want to say it was like $2.99 or maybe $4.99 at Goodwill, and it is vintage for sure. I do fairly well with Fubu. Fubu is the brainchild of the guy from Shark Tank. I don't watch it enough to know his name. Hold on. That's funny. I couldn't think. I was like, I think his name's Damien, but like for some reason I want to call him John. Well, that's his last name, Damien John. And I was thinking maybe I was getting him confused with somebody else. I know Mark because he's an NBA guy. I know Mr. Wonderful is his name. I know there are a couple of women, and there's the guy that looks like a used car salesman on the end. And then there's Damien, who I really don't use his name if I'm thinking about him in my head. The Fubu guy. Damien John from Shark Tank created Fubu. It's FUBU, stands for us, by us. And it started in the early 90s, I would say. And if you find some pieces that are vintage, I do fairly well with them. This sold for $24.99 free shipping. And I paid like a tenth of that for it. And so I'll make $12, $15 on it. Yeah, it's a good piece. If you find older Fubu stuff, It does well. I don't even know if they're still making Fubu stuff. So maybe all of it's vintage. But Fubu is a good brand to look out for. And then last, I had these 4 comic books. They're 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the series. I think number 1 is kind of damaged. And I've had all these comic books forever, and I ended up just listing a bunch of them lotted together for around $2 or $3 a book. And they're moving slowly, but they are moving. And so these sold for $9 plus shipping. And I did all of them like for not very much per book plus media mail shipping, and seems to have worked out reasonably well. So that's all I've got in what solds. You like buy stuff you don't know what it is, because sometimes it's a home run and sometimes it's trash. But it's the cost of doing business. Yeah. It's the cost of figuring this thing out.
Yeah.
So buy some trash and
buy an education
and learn about it to find out.
Microphone.
All right. So this is how retail arbitrage is supposed to work. Now this item is going to be kind of long tail. It's a craft paper book cover, but it's new old stock, 1999. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll make an arrow to it so it points out in the video, but look at the sold comps on this thing, and they're 50 cents, and there's a bunch. I want to say I'm going to buy them all, but I'm not going to get $100 into this thing, so we'll see how many they got. All right, so this place is called Unclaimed Freight, UFS. And I just left there, spent $115. I bought 2 items. I bought 40 of this Zelda keychain that, see if I can get it. It lights up. I suspect this will sell for $10 free shipping. And at 40 of them, would you have bought those? This one's even a weirder, but I think the return's going to be better. It's a little more in my wheelhouse even than Zelda. So these are book covers. They're like paper bag craft paper, 60 weight craft paper book covers. New old stock from 1999, and they were 50 cents a piece. So I bought 120 of them because that's how many they had. And I thought about not going that deep, but I'm like, if 10 of them's worth buying, then isn't 120 worth buying? I may have them forever, but I imagine I'll sell them. I imagine they'll just click off slowly and they don't take up a lot of room, and I think I'll make a whole lot of money eventually on them. Let me know in the comments, would you have gone maybe a little less deep on either of those products? Would you have done what I did and buy the store out of both of those SKUs? Would you have tried a couple? Let me know what you think.
Hello, Lipa. This is 5 Kids Shop Peoria, and I sold a fork and spoon that were like really huge. They were like gigantic, about this big, and it was awesome.
They were 20 inches each.
20 inches each, which...
Is that... Could you eat with that?
And I wouldn't recommend eating with them, but I probably think you could. Unless you had a giant bowl of cereal, the spoon might come in handy.
Okay, so what did they sell for?
They sold for $33 plus shipping. We bought them for $1 each.
Okay, and then did you sell anything else?
A Larry Bird shirt sold for $25.
And you paid what for that?
A single dollar.
At a thrift store, and we've had that one for a while.
My dad told me not to buy these shoes that I paid $4 on, and they sold for $21, and he was wrong.
Why did you think that they were good?
I thought I thought that they were good because they looked like shape-ups.
Cool. But they weren't shape-ups. Do you remember what they were called?
They were MBT.
Yeah. Cool. 5 Kid Shop Peoria. All right, had a couple more what solds before I finalize this video. I figure I might as well throw those out there. Or maybe these will be part of another video. So am I doing these as the start of a new video, or am I doing them as part of the old video? You tell me, because right now I haven't edited it together yet. That is a tongue twister, but I got through it, I think. General Mills, 1981, Go Fish and like Old Maid card sets sold for $8 plus shipping. These were part of a lot of stuff that I got for free. These Happy Meal kinds of toys. One of them is a pretty good toy that's not a Happy Meal toy. It's an ET wind-up, but it only kind of works. So these sold for $9.99 free shipping. It's just bottom of the barrel stuff that I get in grab bag lots of toys, and so I lotted those together. I forgot that I owned these, and then when they sold, I was like, what is that even? What? It comes up on my phone and says, your item sold. New Belleville F650, $80. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. It's these boots. They're U.S. Air Force women's combat boots, and I found them for $5.99. I want to say at Goodwill. At any rate, I was like, man, these are really high quality. I don't know anything about them. Well, I did the comps, and brand new they sell for like $160. These are in like new condition, but they are used, and the comps were like $90. So I was like, I'll do exactly half a retail, and I will be super happy with that because I got almost nothing into them. And they sold for $80. These old bingo cards, I'm going to start looking in toys for old bingo cards because I've sold a ton of these. The old bingo, I sold two. Basically, I got like 50 for free. And I decided I was going to lot them in lots of 10 and see what happened. I sold one individually, and then I sold the lot of two. This one, somebody bought 20, a lot of two lots of 10. Anyway, they are $26.25 all in. I think they paid $19.40 plus shipping. This book that I just picked up the other day for $1 at Goodwill sold for $7.99, free shipping. But it'll cost me like $2. It'll cost me $3 to ship, so I'm $4 all in, and I'm making like $3.50. But I paid $1, and I had it for like 3 days. Raphael from the third movie sold for $9.99 free shipping. This Camaro badge I got from it was on a case, like a fold down brown leather kind of cassette holder case. So like somebody had taken it off of a Camaro and drilled holes in a cassette tape carrier like case and stuck this on the front of it, and I pulled it off, and it sold for $17.99. So then I got all the tapes that I got in that case for free, and they were good tapes too, like stuff that's gonna sell. I have 1,000 cassette tapes. Probably not 1,000. I probably have 200 cassette tapes that I need to list, and they're not listed yet. This was a kind of unique one. I'm glad for buyers who buy lots of stuff, but for this one freaked me out. So this guy bought, one buyer bought these New Balance, this New York Yankees hat, these old 90s canvas Reeboks, and this Fruit of the Loom crew neck sweatshirt. And I guess it's all vintage quality stuff. Maybe they're a reseller. Spent $62.99 plus shipping, and those are going global shipping program. So I don't even know where they're going. Then you have These empty cases. These empty cases I was a little irritated about because I didn't notice that one of them was cracked in the back. And so I got these two. They were 50 cents a piece. I sold them for $6.99 plus shipping. So I got $1 into them. But then one of the, they're still wrapped brand new, and one of them was broken inside the packaging, and I didn't notice it when I bought them. So I think they might have got, I mean, it's one, and if somebody's going to use them, then they got 8 good ones instead of 9 good ones, and whatever. I just, I hate it when I find stuff broken after I buy it. I should pay better attention in the store, but I don't. I've got 5 kids with me, and I'm just kind of cruising through, and for 50 cents, I was probably going to pick that up even if I noticed it was broken. It just irritates me to notice that it's broken afterwards. This shirt, Varnier, I would have said, I think they pronounce the T. It's definitely French.
Vuarnet.
Varnier, I don't remember. Anyway, normally they make sunglasses. It's a sunglasses company, but they made these t-shirts in the 90s. This one I believe is stamped. No, this one's not. I had 2 shirts from the same company, and one of them was stamped 1991, and this one looks like it's 1991, but I don't think it had a date on it. Anyway, this one sold for $29.99. This remote I paid 75 cents for. It sold for $7.99, free shippings. And then this VHS tape sold for $5.99. I picked it up for 59 cents the other day, and I was hoping it was better than it was. I didn't see any sold comps, and there was a couple listed pretty high, but then when I really dug in and did a lot more research to figure out where I wanted to price it, it really wasn't as good as I had hoped that it was. But it sold for $5.99, which, I mean, is 10 times what I paid for it, and so I got to pay $2 in shipping and maybe $3 in shipping and then fees. And so I'll make $2 or $3, but I spent 50 cents and like 2 minutes on it. And then these pantyhose. I bought all of these for 50 cents a piece, so I'm $1, $2, $3 into them. I've had them for longer than I expected to sit on them. They're new old stock. They're definitely from the 70s. Look at that picture on there. Sold for $29.99 free shipping. There 4 are the same color, and then the 2 that are off to the side are a different color. And I decided to just lot them all up because somebody who wants these vintage pantyhose probably is one of a very few people who want them. So got them what I thought was a pretty good deal, and they obviously got them, but I made quite a bit of money. I look at vintage pantyhose and then I feel like a weirdo.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert!
But when I find old stock, new old stock stuff, I'll buy it. I think that's all for the What Solds for now. Hey guys, I think that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Check out Two Flippin' Puppets. I'll leave the link in the description below. And say hi to Caleb.
Hi.
Bye. Say bye.